Well, hello there, and welcome to another Minecraft video. I have a few larger videos coming out soon. They're in editing right now. As soon as they're done editing, they will be up. But first, I wanted to update a previous video of mine. So in a previous video, I mentioned that a recent snapshot of Minecraft 1.9 created this weird glitch/feature where you could row boats on land as quickly as you could do it on water. That, sadly, has been patched. We all knew it would be. But what's interesting is that if you go over ice, they move super quickly, like even faster than they move on water, it seems. I haven't done any tests. It might be the same speed as water, but they move very quickly. So this is kind of a compromise, because it still allows us to have that fast land travel without actually being buggy and, moving over all surfaces at the same speed, which is just weird but cool, but, not intended. But because of this, it means that by simply patching up your roadways with packed ice, or just ice if you are confident it won't melt, you can have the same kind of fast travel from place to place. And so I decided that if I'm going to make a video about this, I'm also going to update my little dock design. So in my previous design, it was a single button. You press the button, and it would lift one block, and then it would push you out of the water onto land. And now I'm going to do the same thing with these packed ice, except it's a 3-wide platform instead of a 1-by-1. And the reason for that is because if you were watching my previous video, you'll notice it was very hard to actually align yourself in the boat to that one block, and a lot of times you'd end up just falling off back into the water. With this 3-wide design, it's a little bit easier to align yourself. So let me show you first how this works. So let's say I'm out here, and I place a boat down, and I get in the boat and I'm on the water. Now you'll notice in this video I'm not very good at navigating with boats. But yeah, so it moves pretty quickly. And if I come up to this dock and I press this button, it'll push me out onto the ice. Yeah, it moves a lot faster than even on water, I think. And it moves me right into the next area. Now, of course, this is just a demonstration. So in a real world, you might have your roadways be thinner, or you might have them go longer distances, which is most likely, or have them connect different areas like roadways should. But in the end, the point is that with this design, you can make your waterway transition onto an ice road that moves faster than on water or land, and leads you to the next place seamlessly. So the design is similar to my previous design, just with the aid of slime blocks, which is why you can see this obsidian here. So if I can get down there without flooding the place, you know what, I'll just break this, it should be fine. Okay, so the design here is you have a button that triggers your dock. That button transmits down through the ice onto a redstone block, or sorry, a redstone dust onto a block. That dust, can't get in here without breaking anything, can I? Alright, there we go. That dust powers this block, which gets picked up by this repeater. I have this on 1 tick, doesn't really matter, you can adjust it to your liking. That repeater pushes the signal into this block, which sends the signal down into this dust, which goes into this block and triggers this piston. This is a sticky piston, and it's just got 3 slime blocks above it, and on top of those 3 slime blocks are 3 ice blocks. Now, the reason you want ice blocks here is because the time that this piston is going to be raised might not be long enough for you to get off the platform onto the ice if this is regular ground, because remember, moving a boat on regular ground now goes very slowly. So if you use ice here, you'll move quickly off the platform onto your ice road without having any trouble with this retracting on you. So that's really it. It's really just slime blocks on a piston with ice blocks above it. The one thing to note is that, as usual, because we're using slime blocks here, you want to make sure anything that this slime block row is going to touch, either in its retracted state or its extended state, needs to be immovable. So that can be air. I've used air gaps over here, or for the bottom of your lake, you're going to want to use an immovable block. I've used obsidian here. You can use a furnace or droppers or hoppers. You can even use chests if you want. I just use obsidian because it looks good, but in a survival world it might be annoying to harvest all that. So yeah, you can use just furnaces or something. The point is it has to be immovable, otherwise when these slime blocks move around it will start pulling and pushing blocks, which is going to be annoying. As you notice, I just had to break through some blocks here because I forgot to make these immovable. But now it's a nice air block below, so that's fine. Obviously this block has to be there because that has the redstone dust on it, but that's not touching this slime block, so you're okay. So yeah, standard precautions for slime blocks. Otherwise, it's really kind of a simple design. It's just a piston, but the key things to note are that the piston pushes up ice right next to your ice road, and the button is right there as well, so that someone coming in a boat can just pull up to it and press it without getting out of the boat, and then just zoom across. So yeah, and there you have it. An update to the boat roads, or boat dock roads, whatever, that now uses ice to go against the bug fix that made it not work on regular land. So like I said, look out for 2 new videos, maybe 3? 2 or 3 new videos coming as soon as I can edit them. And until next time, keep rowing your boat.